Hey y'all, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Linda, and I just want to thank you guys so much for being here. I know it's been kind of crazy. I haven't posted in a long time. A lot has been happening, like so much has been happening, and yeah, so I do appreciate you guys being so patient. It means the world to me, and I am truly grateful that you guys are still here. And if you're watching this video, I really appreciate it so very much. So we'll start at the beginning. End of August, we had some issues with our landlord, and she decided that she no longer wanted to rent to us. She was not going to renew my lease. So I had been there almost 5 years, and she decided that she was going to go a different direction with the property, didn't want to rent to us anymore. That's fine. But she only gave us 30 days. So mad dash scramble trying to find another place, and the housing market's kind of crazy. It's really expensive to buy, even in Oklahoma. We had been looking at Michigan because that's where my husband's family and grandkids and stuff are. It's also closer to my parents, but in 30 days it just wasn't going to happen. Roger had been talking to to a real estate agent here in Oklahoma. Long story short, after looking at a couple of really awful properties that were never going to work, he sent us pictures of this property, and I was sold. But the price was going to be a problem because I wanted to know how much he was going to charge us, because he wanted to fix it up and stuff. We didn't realize at the time that he was in the process of buying the property himself, and so we'd be buying it from him. We didn't know that at the time. So the only holdup that we had during this whole process, we had to wait for him to finalize the paperwork for the house himself and to close on it before we could close on it. So we literally closed like back to back, basically. I don't know how that works, but apparently it does in Oklahoma. But the original price for the property was going to be about $40,000 more, but we ended up taking it as it was, and we would do the repairs and the fixing up and all that stuff on our own, which was fine because we hadn't really thought we'd be moving as fast as we ended up having to. And so we didn't have as much in savings as we had wanted. And my parents really came in at the last second and saved our asses, not gonna lie, because we weren't gonna have enough for a down payment. Anyway, long story short, we bought a house on 1.5 acres, and it has a giant sized pond that is stocked. There's plenty of property for us to have like a small orchard and a huge garden, and I'm very excited about that. So this channel is going to be more of like the homesteady side of the things that I've wanted to do for like forever. So I'm like super excited about that. Very blessed. I know in one of my videos I had said that I wanted to be moved by the end of the year, and whoa, did I manifest that or what? Like, I was shook because it happened so fast and it was so unexpected. Because, you know, you're just kind of like plugging along, doing your thing, and then all of a sudden, bam, life happens. And at first I was like, oh, and then afterwards I was like, oh my God, like that really just happened. So very cool, very excited. I'm gonna give you a tour of the outside and kind of explain a few things. But yeah, so who knew? So this channel is going, Nepwood Cottage is going to become more of my homesteading journey. A lot of garden videos, a lot of outside videos. You'll still get to see, like, you know, I'll do canning and food preservation and stuff, but my other channel will stay home decor and vintage collecting and that sort of thing. So I will have a very, you know, definite division between the two channels in that regard. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoy the video, and you know, like, comment, subscribe, do all the fun things. It really helps me out and I really appreciate it. I hope you guys enjoy seeing how we're progressing and getting things fixed, you know, with the property and that sort of thing. A lot of changes have already happened. I'm gonna have to already do another like update video for you guys. But yeah, so very exciting, and yeah, anyway, I will cut the chit chat and get on over to the meat and potatoes. All right, thanks for being here, guys. So here is just the outside of the garage, and on my other channel I kind of explain more of what happened, but anyway, so I'm going to show you along the outside part of the backyard and the property so you can kind of get an idea of what we're working with as far as property. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that was left behind. It turns out the house was actually a foreclosure, and the guy that owned the house originally, he had passed away, and then his son ended up squatting. It's kind of a long story. But anyway, so we inherited that van and all this junk. Since this video was filmed, we've actually had someone who's kind of become like a friend who's come out and taken a lot of the trash and the leftovers and gotten rid of all of that for us. And the van is actually no longer there either. So I'll show you. We do have plans for this whole portion of the yard. We're going to put in an even bigger garage for Roger. We're going to tear down the garage that's existing. It's a whole mess. But I wanted to kind of show you along the outside of the property so you can kind of get an idea of what we are working with. So I do apologize for the kind of wonky camera angles and everything, but I was trying not to kill myself as I was walking around all of the stuff that was left behind. So that's no longer there. Most of the stuff that you see here on the ground is no longer there, and it's really kind of opened up like how much space we actually have for Roger to put in an even larger garage and workshop for his, quote unquote man cave. Roger is he's actually an amazing woodworker. And he makes beautiful, beautiful handmade cutting boards, and he's gotten into welding, like sculptural type stuff. And so we want to put in like a shop that's worthy of all of that. The one that's existing is just a whole lot of mess. You can see this deck-like thing that was here. There were some skulls. Those are gone also. But yeah, so let me kind of show you around a little bit. All of this stuff on this side is also gone, I believe. So my next update video you'll see it's completely transformed. I mean, it looks so different. It's crazy just even editing this video. There's actually a lot of plants that are already here on the property that are medicinal in some way or useful in another. This chain link fence that you see here, Roger's going to actually pull that down, and we're going to put that around what's going to become the garden in the back. And you can kind of see there's a little bit of our pond. Now we are on an 1.5 acres. I don't know if I mentioned that or not in my intro, but we are on an 1.5 acres, although a large portion of that is taken up by the pond. That's the fence, and then where the fence cuts off, it goes straight back, and that's still our property straight back. And then you can see there's the pond, and yeah, like I said, all of this stuff is like gone now, which is amazing. The wonky garage shed like thing that's there is going to be gone. Hopefully by next summer we can get that replaced. But you can see the size of our pond. In pictures it doesn't look quite as big, but I think the video kind of helps capture just how large the pond actually is. And it is stocked. They told us there's catfish and some other types of fish that I'm not really much of a fish eater, so I know what a catfish looks like. That's pretty much the basics of it. A lot of that pile there is gone. When we bought the house, we took it as is, which means it came with all kinds of weird, wonky things. Lots of trash, lots of just things that we didn't really know what to do with. And our new friend person has done an amazing job helping us get everything cleared out and really helping Roger out a lot, which has been amazing. You can kind of see the path that Roger mowed down, but you can also see how tall the grass was in the back. All the lawnmowers, those are gone, thankfully. So is that weird paddle boat thing. Roger did salvage the chain link fence parts and pieces that we can use. So those are in the garage now. Well, I keep calling it a garage. It's garage in like the loosest definition, I guess. Yeah, that cabinet's gone. All the stuff is gone now. But anyhow, so if you look from the side there and then all the way across and then down to the pond's edge, that is all our property. Well, not to the pond, so like the other side of the pond is our property. So there is plenty of space for a much larger garden. I do want to put in fruit and nut trees. Basically, if we can, I want to grow as much food as we possibly can. We are going to have chickens. We're going to have ducks because we have the pond, so why not have ducks? So we'll probably put a duck house out here, and then we'll find a good spot for the chicken coop, which might be somewhat close to the pond as well, just for convenience sake. I haven't decided if I want to do rabbits or not. I haven't decided that yet. That is Japanese sweet mallow or sweet something. And then that one is also medicinal, but I can't remember what the name of it is right now. Japanese meadow sweet? I think it's meadow sweet. And then the other one was, I can't remember. But if you look down here by the side, I can plant trees along there as well. I do want to put in a willow tree because I love willow trees. But yeah, we do have clams in the pond as well, like freshwater clams. But it's so serene out here. There's like, even though we have neighbors, they're not on top of us per se, and it's very quiet. But if you look back here, I mean, you can see how much, space we have for growing. And I want to grow medicinal herbs. I want to grow, garden vegetables, all that kind of stuff. These piles have really kind of been cut down a lot. It's just rotting wood from probably projects of the past, I would assume. And Roger's been getting through that. We can burn out here on good days that are safe for burning. So Roger's been getting rid of that stuff. Right through here, though, I think on this image of it on the right-hand side, there's a big, huge area that would be good for like fruit trees. So I think there's so much potential. And once we get things cleared out, there are some dead trees that we do need to cut out. I want to replace those with nut trees. I was thinking of like walnut maybe, pecan for sure. But yeah, right through here we can put fruit trees. Have like a little mini orchard. And that tree right there that you see, that Roger already pushed that one down. It just fell down with some pushing. All those lawnmowers are gone again. They came out and got some more stuff. Some of these trees are not in the healthiest of condition, but I was excited to have trees because Oklahoma is famous for just being kind of flat. All this stuff here is gone, and inside this little shed-like thing, I'll show you, that's also all gone. That's all been cleared out at this point. So I was going to do another video after this, but it's been raining and I haven't walked out there. But if you look in here, all of this stuff inside of here is gone, the filing cabinet, all that stuff. Jai kept that space painting. Roger's going to reuse this metal from the shed thing to fix up the skirting that's missing on the mobile home. And gone. But then there's Jai. They have a splinter, is what they were coming to tell me. But this is another tree. We have a lot of maples. But this is the original existing garden they had before. We're going to extend this out probably twice, so it'll be like twice the size that you see it. And then along this side here, I want to get rid of the bushes that are there because they're all dead anyway, and plant. I want to do like raspberries, blackberries, blueberries. I have like a whole list of things I want to grow. And then, like I said, we're going to double the size of the garden itself and just grow as much food as we can. This is literally going to be our homestead. After this move, I don't ever plan to ever move again. It was something else. We do have this water pump, which is amazing. Love it. So I'm pretty excited about that, having water at the garden. And Jai's trying to pump it up. As it turns out, you just have to lift the handle all the way up, but neither one of us do that until about the end. So anyway, I do apologize for the windy noises, but I hope you do enjoy seeing the potential of what's going to become our homestead. Not a huge homestead, but our homestead. And what about when you turn the little speedy thing?
I can't.
Oh.
It's like cemented in
Ew.
Yeah.
When the day came out, it was clear.
There we go.
That's so cool, though. Okay, you can start now. Thank you. You're just playing in it. But yeah, I am just so excited and cannot wait to show you guys how we turn an acre and a half and a giant pond into our little safe haven in the world. Thank you so much for being here. Love you guys.